I threw myself a 30th birthday party and no one showed up. A week later, my mom sent an invite for my dad's $1,800 per person party, no apology, just a bill. I sent $1, changed the locks, blocked them all, and 2 days later, the police showed up at my door. So, I hit the big 3-0 and thought, why not throw myself a shindig? I wasn't expecting anything huge, just some family hanging out, drinks, laughs, the usual birthday stuff. I found this really nice, cozy bar lounge, got a cake, and sent invites out. As the night rolled in, I kept checking my phone. 7 p.m., zilch. 8 p.m., still nada. By 9 o'clock, it hit me, no one was coming. The bartender shot me a kind of sympathetic smile and asked, "You all right, man?" I faked a laugh, saying, "They're just running late, I guess." He nodded, slid a whiskey my way, on the house. I thanked him, cut myself a slice of the untouched cake, and tried to ignore the pity looks from other customers. Around 10 o'clock, I called it quits. Packed up the cake, left a tip, and walked home, replaying every text I sent. Did I screw up the invites? Did I miss some inside joke? A week later, I'm in a work call when my phone buzzes like crazy. It's a group text from Mom. I read it, "Hey fam, Dad's 50th is coming up. We're celebrating big at the Lakeside Resort. It's gonna be epic. $1,800 per person. Send me the money by Friday. Love you all." I blinked, wondering if this was a joke. No mention of my birthday. No sorry for being MIA at my party. Just straight up asking for cash. My sister jumps in, "Already sent. Can't wait. Dad will love it." Then my brother, "Same here. Looking forward to it," I snapped. Not a single happy birthday from them. No call, no text. But hey, now I'm supposed to dish out nearly $2,000 for Dad's bash. I thought about speaking up but instead, flicked $1 over on Venmo with a note, "Congrats." Then, I changed my door locks, blocked all their numbers from the group chat, and felt this weird relief wash over me. 2 days of silence. I thought maybe they'd gotten the hint, but then a bank alert popped up, an unauthorized attempt to access the joint account. Couldn't help but chuckle. I logged in, shut down the account, and moved the cash somewhere safe. A minute later, my sister called from another number. I ignored it. Then, night 3 rolls around, and there's a loud knock. I peek through the door's peephole, 2 cops. I opened up, cautious. "Can I help?" I asked. The taller one cleared his throat. "We got a report of a missing person." "Are you Tim Blake?" Confused, I said, "Yep, but I'm not missing." The other officer checked his notes. "Your family reported you missing. Said you've been unreachable and they're worried." I laughed, bitterness creeping in. "Did they mention I blocked them?" The officers exchanged glances. "Why's that?" the taller one asked. I sighed. "They've been trying to raid my accounts for money. Blocking was just me protecting myself." He raised an eyebrow. "So, you're fine? Just avoiding contact?" "Exactly," I said firmly. "I'm not missing. Just done." They paused, then asked, "Would you call them to let them know you're okay?" It'd clear things up. I considered it, then shook my head. "No. If they keep bugging me, I'll file a restraining order." They nodded, visibly relieved. "Okay, let us know if it escalates." As they left, I felt a small victory, but then one turned back. "Mr. Blake, if they can't reach you, they might take things further." I frowned. "Like what?" "People act out when they feel cut off. Be prepared." They left, and I realized this wasn't over, it was just the beginning. I stared at my phone for 2 days. Nothing. Silence. I thought they finally understood, but then the calls started again. Unknown numbers. I ignored them. Declined Mom. Declined Dad. Finally, a text came through, "How could you do this to us? Your father's devastated." I tossed the phone aside, trying to breathe. They were pulling their usual guilt trip routine. But I was done. A pounding on the door broke the quiet. Check the peephole. Mom, looking all stern and angry. I cracked the door open. "Go home." "Oh, now you're hiding," she snapped. "Your father is beside himself. Thinks you've lost it." "I'm perfectly sane," I replied coldly. "I just decided I'm done being your wallet." "Wallet? We're your family, Tim." I was trying to hold the door shut with all my might, and there she was, pushing against it. "You can't just turn your back on family," she exclaimed. I shot back, "I'm not turning my back. I'm just done funding your extravagant lifestyle." Her eyes narrowed. "So, it's all about money now, huh? After everything we've done for you?" I couldn't help but laugh. Everything? You mean the guilt trips and endless demands? You guys couldn't even bother to send a happy birthday text but were quick to ask for $2,000 for Dad's party, she snapped. That was different. Your father deserved a celebration. He's done a lot for you, I sighed. Like ignoring my good news or being MIA when I needed help? Or maybe you're talking about how you happily use my money but don't actually seem to care? Her hand tightened on the door. Watch your mouth, she warned. You're not too old for me too. To what? I interjected. Guilt trip me? Manipulate me? Those tricks don't work anymore. Just then, Dad pulled up in his car, wearing that classic disappointed dad face. What's going on? Why are you acting like this? He asked. I replied, I'm done being your cash cow. He lost his cool. This isn't about money. Family is about sacrifice and support. I shook my head. No, it's about respect, which you've never shown me. Mom laughed bitterly. After everything we've done for you, this is how you repay us? I replied, you mean paying for your house, your vacations, Sarah's wedding, and Ethan's college? Or is it about not showing up for my birthday? Dad scoffed, you're 30. Grow up. I retorted, sure, and keep paying your bills? Not anymore. He approached, lowering his voice like it might change my mind. We raised you, fed you, educated you. You owe us, I snapped back, I owe you nothing. Mom, sounding hurt, said, you're tearing this family apart. I corrected her, no, I'm just not letting you tear me apart. As if on cue, my sister Sarah showed up, furious. Are you happy now? Mom's been crying all morning. Dad's stressed. His blood pressure is through the roof, I sighed, spare me the drama, Sarah. You all play the victim when I stop giving you what you want. You're so selfish, Sarah spat. You think you're better than us. No, I said, finally realizing, I just deserve better than this. She screamed, fine, go be alone. Then to my parents, let's go. Let him rot. As they got in their cars, Mom had one last thing to say, you'll regret this, Tim. You'll come crawling back. I smiled, don't hold your breath. With the screech of tires, they were gone, leaving behind a calm that felt like a fresh start. I leaned against the door, my heart racing. Just then, my phone buzzed with a notification. Unauthorized login attempt on my bank account. My heart jumped. Were they trying to access my money? Another notification, password reset request received. They were getting desperate. I didn't wait. I locked down everything, bank accounts, credit cards, added two-factor authentication. I even called the bank to put a security hold on any joint accounts we had. The bank lady asked, are you sure, Mr. Blake? This will restrict their access. That's the point, I replied. Then I called the mortgage company. My name was still on the house, a favor they cornered me into. I requested, freeze any changes to the mortgage account under my name. The rep warned, this might stop payments. Good, I said. As I hung up, my phone buzzed again, this time from an unknown number. I ignored it, but the messages started pouring in. Tim, what are you doing? You're going to ruin everything. It's Mom and Sarah. I didn't bother responding. They wanted chaos? Fine, I'd give it to them. An email from my lawyer popped up. Tim, your family tried to remortgage the house without your consent. I blocked it, but be prepared for other attempts. My jaw clenched. Of course, they'd try to go behind my back. Then Dad called. I picked up. Let's make this quick, I said. Why are you doing this? Freezing the mortgage? He asked. Mom's a wreck, I stated. I used to be your ATM machine. That's over now. This is ridiculous, he protested. You're hurting everyone. I affirmed, I'm protecting myself. I know about the remortgage attempt. Silence hung for a beat, then he sighed. We're trying to fix things, Tim. You're making it impossible. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. And hit the notification bell to stay updated with more crazy real-life stories happening around you. Or maybe just take everything you can while it lasts. You're a burden, they said, and I just hung up, fuming, not scared, just super angry. They thought they could just keep taking advantage of me, using me up, and then just dump me. No way, not anymore. I got on the phone with my lawyer. Hey John, I want to sell my share of the house, and I want it done ASAP, I said. That would force them to either buy me out or sell the house. Perfect. John sent over the paperwork within an hour. The message was clear, either they pay up, or they lose the house. Then, another text popped up on my phone. You sure you want to do this, Tim? You're going to destroy everything. Mom's been crying all day, Sarah texted. I replied, I'm not wrecking anything. I'm just taking back what's mine. Silence for an hour, then another message. Fine. You want a war? You got it, I laughed. They thought they could intimidate me, but I had my own plans. I jumped into my email and started a draft, subject, financial audit, family expenses. Dear John, I want a full audit of every expense I've covered for my family over the last 5 years. Mortgage payments, loans, credit card debts, education fees, the lot. Itemized with dates and amounts, I wrote. They wanted to see what I'd done for them? Fine, I'd show them in cold numbers. But I wasn't stopping there. I dug through my messages, screenshots, and bank statements, collecting all the proof of their manipulation, their money requests, and their insults. They thought I was weak and would break, but they were about to find out what desperation really looked like. Then came a loud knock on the door. I peeked through the peephole. Sarah and my dad were there, looking furious. Tim, open this door, Dad shouted, his voice boiling with anger. Get out of here, I yelled back. We need to talk, Sarah screamed. You can't do this. I already did, I shouted back. You think you can ruin us and walk away? Dad kept pounding on the door. Think you're so smart? Smarter than you thought, I fired back. Now get off my property before I call the cops. Silence. Thick and heavy, it hung in the air. Then Sarah's voice, low and sharp, you'll see what happens next. They stormed off, and I watched as they argued by their car, pointing toward my place. Another text came through. This won't end well for anyone. I smiled, they had no idea what they'd started. For the first time in ages, I felt free. No more calls, no guilt-tripping family drama disguised as support. I filled my days with work, catching up on projects I'd ignored, hitting the gym again, catching up with friends who stuck around through thick and thin. But the peace was short-lived. An email from my lawyer revealed the house was still under a heavy mortgage, and since I co-signed, they couldn't do anything without my signature. They tried to remortgage without me knowing, but I blocked that. Now, the only option left was to sell and pay me back. I got the audit report, every penny I'd spent on them over the years. Mortgage payments, $78,000. Dad's car loan, $15,000. Sarah's wedding, $22,000. Ethan's college tuition, $36,000. Emergency support, $51,000. Total, nearly $200,000, $250,000. And that didn't even include the money I lost trying to keep them happy. I sent the audit to the family group chat with a simple message, I want it all back, every cent. That's when the chaos kicked in. First, a call from Dad. You've lost your mind. We're family. You stopped being family when you treated me like an ATM, I shot back. Where do you expect us to get this money? Figure it out. Sell the house, the cars, whatever. You owe me. You're going to destroy us, Tim. No, I'm just taking back what's mine. Then Sarah texted. You're so selfish, you know that? Mom is sobbing, Dad looks like he's dying. Are you proud? Pay up, Sarah. Or don't, but I'm done. Mom called, her voice cracking with desperation. Tim, please. We can't just give you $200,000. We don't have it. Then sell everything or start working for once, I replied. We raised you. We gave you everything. No, I paid for everything. Now you will too. Days turned into weeks. My lawyer kept me in the loop. They listed the house for a quick sale, but the market was slow. Selling the house wouldn't cover both the mortgage and my demands. They sold the cars, first Dad's SUV, then Mom's sedan, then even Sarah's car, which I helped her buy. But it still wasn't enough. They didn't give up though. They went begging to family for loans, spinning their own version of the story. So here's the lowdown. Tim totally turned on us. He's messing up our lives, big time. Some of our relatives wouldn't even help, and the ones who did only coughed up a little out of pity. But it wasn't enough. Then, out of the blue, Dad called. His voice was so raw, I barely recognized him. He said, Tim, we sold the house. We sold the cars. Heck, we even pawned Mom's jewelry. And it's still not enough. I told him to keep selling. I wanted every cent they had. There was silence, then Dad let out a broken laugh. You know you're killing us, he said. No, I shot back. You killed yourselves when you decided I was just a bank account. 2 days later, the money came in. $22,000, every last penny. I stared at that number, felt a hit of satisfaction, but also this weird emptiness. I'd won, but seriously, What did I actually win? Then my sister Sarah texted me, saying, "You've destroyed everything. Mom's crying, Dad won't talk. We've got nothing left. You happy now?" And yeah, I was, but they weren't done trying. Mom texted, "Tim, we need to talk. You can't just ditch us like this." I fired back, "I didn't ditch anyone. I just took back what's mine," she said. "Family isn't about money, Tim." I told her, "It was for you." "Well, not anymore." Blocked her. Blocked Dad. Blocked Sarah. Then I bailed from the family group chat. For a second, everything was peaceful. Real silence. But not for them. A final email from my lawyer said they were kicked out of the house, couldn't pay the rent, couldn't get a new loan. Homeless, busted. The family that once used me for comfort was now in pieces. And honestly, I felt nothing, no guilt, no pity, just freedom. For the first time in forever, I wasn't just a bank account. I was just Tim. Days drifted by, turning into calm evenings. My phone wasn't buzzing like crazy anymore. My mind was finally chill. I had no demands to stress about. I was just living. Hadn't hit up the bowling alley in ages, but when a work buddy suggested it tonight, I didn't even think twice. Life was simple, calm, free. No desperate calls, no guilt trips, just peace. Someone shouted, "Tim, you're up." I grabbed a bowling ball, feeling its familiar weight. Neon lights bounced off the polished lanes. I lined up, took a breath, and rolled it. Strike. A coworker laughed, clapping me on the back. "Wow, Tim, you're a natural." I was smiling for real until I glanced 2 lanes over. There was this man, hunched over, graying, struggling to bowl, and it was going straight into the gutter. He wiped his face, looking older and smaller, but I knew it was Dad instantly. My chest felt tight. I thought about bailing, pretending I hadn't seen him, but then our eyes locked. Shock, shame, then something I couldn't quite read. Regret. He hesitated, then slowly walked over to me, uncertain. "Tim, I didn't expect to see you here." "Yeah, I didn't think you'd want to," I replied coolly. He glanced at the empty lane next to him. "Want to play around?" I could have turned him down, but I didn't. We played in silence. I kept hitting strikes while he missed most. Each roll felt like a reminder of how far apart we were now. "Everything's gone, you know," he muttered. "The house, the cars. Your mom's staying with Sarah. We've lost it all." "I know," I said. "I thought we'd be okay. Thought you'd always have our back because you used me." He admitted softly, "I did. And I'm sorry. I failed you. I failed all of us." I let out a bitter laugh. "You think saying sorry changes anything?" "No," he admitted. "But I need you to know. I was never strong. Not like you. I pretended. I hid behind you." His words were heavy, hanging there between us. "I spent years trying to be good enough for you," I said quietly. "But I was never more than your ATM." "I know," he sighed, looking down. "I was jealous. My own son was better than me. And I tried to take everything you had." Anger flared up, but as I watched him, it faded. He wasn't the towering figure from my childhood anymore. Just a man. Small and defeated. "Why now?" I asked. "Why tell me this?" "Because I've got nothing left to hide behind. And because I'm proud of you, Tim. Always should have been." Silence. The sound of pins crashing echoed around us. I walked over, sent another strike down the lane. The noise of the pins crashing felt like a release. "I'm not coming back," I told him quietly. "I know," he said, hesitating a moment before extending a shaky hand. I didn't move at first, but then slowly, I reached out and shook it. His grip was weak, but it was real. I turned to leave, neon lights flickering over me, pin crashes fading away. I didn't look back. Outside, the night air was crisp, the city alive. I took a deep breath, feeling a weight lift from my shoulders. For the first time, I wasn't angry. I wasn't trapped. I was finally just free.